S.Shiroko. So, should you pull her? Let's say you're not into PvP, not an expert, and just enjoying whatever you have, having NY Haruka is a bonus. Then, you might want to skip her, only if you know nothing about her. Example like what I've said, she has greater attack stats conversion and utility than any available special dealer out there, though she is indeed a peer as dealer, but some of her skills is quite nice actually. Like her X skill. Sure, she deal damage if the target is special armored, and somehow she is still viable against bosses with any defense type. That because she capable to inflict debuff defense, works as well against students that has high defense in PvP. It's Tsubaki. Though, her X skill isn't always good idea to use for some bosses since not all has great amount of defense stats. And then see her subskill. Increase skill cost regeneration of all allies. It is similar like Himari's subskill, making the skill cycle easier and faster. You will always need that kind of subskill on any type of situation lately, starting from regular challenges, joint firing drill and even raid boss. Basic skill only activated once. Might not very helpful for long battle. Increase critical rate is nice for easy crit, and less malding. Reducing X skill cost of all allies by 1 could be very useful, although this basic skill only once and never do again. Making it just great for early and not useful afterwards. That mean great to make some disaster at early game in PvP literally. At the end will be nothing but yeah, S.Shiroko just be there for subskill. With 2 skills, X and subskill. Making her very nice option to bring as your second team for joint firing drill or raid boss. It means S.Shiroko will be there as filler for greater attack stats conversion and subskill. Usually, casual don't see or having any issues for not having her, especially for those who have NY Haruka with max gear tier and subskill level. Except PvP, you will find how terrible your win rate in there, against player that bring or uses S.Shiroko as their defense. So should you get her then? Apparently yes. For both casual and competitive, S.Shiroko is indeed has better utility and uses, even with just 3 stars with 1 maxed skill, and that skill is subskill. The rest of her skill, you can ignore them, and that doesn't mean you should. For semi-competition, what matter from her is attack stats conversion, because she has higher attack stats and better utility than overall special students, and subskill for fast X skill cycle. X skill defense debuff, and basic skill increase critical rate or reduce X skill cost will become a nice addition on early battle, while for casual, S.Shiroko will be the best filler for second team because of her subskill. Because of that you will use her on any team you want, and it will work anyway. So, if you have Pyroxene to spare then yes, at least more than 24k Pyroxene or enough to spark her. Having less than that is skip, and avoid the risk for failing spark points. If you decided to skip her, because one of those coping to get her from the first banner, then you will need to cope harder. Also, her live 2D is a blessing. Why not? I think I talk too much that what I've said might be confuse you, so, her X skill is great to delete Tsubaki if lucky. Has ability to inflict reduced defense, could works at some raid boss with high defense. Basic skill is enough to create immediate disaster, increasing the chances to win the battle. Enhanced skill, increase attack R for those who's not satisfied enough from the X skill damage she dealt. If fail to delete Tsubaki on early game, you can increase this skill. Subskill, faster skill cost regeneration is always needed in this game and have better utility for easy and fast skill cycle. So, S.Shiroko is indeed worth pulling and be used as second team. So far she is the best filler student if you don't know who else to bring special students, but where you can use her is everywhere because she is the great filler for the second team. She is even usable on just 3 stars. As always, Godspeed.